Alright folks, welcome back to the B29 Restoration Project. The last video, we pretty much got this section of the fuselage all metalized with the vinyl. I've now got quite a few more panels made up for the nose section. This is quite literally the last bit of section on the fuselage that I need to get done in order to do some painting on this thing. I've already done the other side, as you can see. So now I'm going to show you kind of how I went about doing this on the other side. There are some compound curves here which make it just a little bit more complicated than the other section we showed, but it's really not too terribly more complicated or difficult. So let me get a couple of panels and we'll get to work. Alright, so like I said, there's a little bit of a compound curve here. Obviously we got a curve this way and a curve this way. The way I did this on the other side is you take your panel and you pretty much just get it centered where you need it, and then we're going to go right down the middle, and then we're going to slowly just work center out and stretching the vinyl ever so slightly as we start getting closer to the front and the back of the panel. All these panels are oversized by a good inch and a half all the way around. That way we have enough material to kind of stretch, because you can't really get the wrinkles out of this. You're more or less just pushing the wrinkles out of the area that you want the panel to be in. So here, the top is really the harder part. I'm gonna start here in the middle. We're gonna go right up to the edge of the tape. I'm gonna pull on the top here, and we're gonna kind of go about this almost at an angle, but also slowly kind of like curving as we go around. You really just kind of gotta play with this stuff a little bit. It's really not that hard. It's very forgiving. You can see as we stretch it, we're not really getting rid of the wrinkles. We're just pushing more of the wrinkles out of the area that we want the vinyl to be in. These compound curves are much easier to deal with compared to like the tips of the vertical stabilizer and the ventral fin fairing. Those are pretty difficult because they don't really want to the vinyl wants to shrink back because you're stretching it so much. So same thing here, we're just kind of pulling on it at an angle, making sure we go down and back and up kind of in the direction that we're stretching the vinyl, to make sure we're pushing all of the wrinkles outside of where our panel is going to be. Fortunately here I got a couple of little air bubbles. Not too big of a deal though. Alright, so now we got the top half done. Bottom half, gonna do literally the exact same thing. Start here in the middle, get it going all the way down, and go forward first like I did on the top. Kind of go at an angle while we pull to stretch on the vinyl. The vinyl only stretches about 30% or so, so you can't really yank on it too hard, otherwise you'll get it to the point to where it's going to stretch too much, and then it's going to start pulling back away from the surface. You can use a little bit of heat to get a little bit more stretch out of it, but I found that with this particular vinyl, if you stretch it too much with heat, all of the adhesive kind of loses its stickiness, and then you just end up ripping the whole panel back off and redoing it. So I try not to use heat as much as possible. There's the front. We'll come back here towards the back. Do the Alright, there we go. We have this first panel put on. It says really not that hard. Doing this in like a metalized tape would probably be a nightmare. Something I'm really glad that I'm not having to do. Then again, I'm going to take the hard edge of this hard card here, right along the edge of the tape. Give us a nice little corner for our X-Acto knife blade to run in. So finish off the rest of it later. Kind of wish I would have spent a little bit more time getting that seam a little nicer, but it will do fine. It'll disappear once it gets some black paint on it, or at least mostly disappear. Now I'll pull that piece of tape off and we'll transfer it here to this part of the vinyl. And then as I'm doing this, I'm just making sure the edge of the tape is pretty much on the edge of the vinyl. So again, the opening areas on this canopy frame is actually quite simple to do. Just outline it with tape like we have been doing. I'm going to leave a little bit of a slack area here on the inside, making sure it's pushed down onto the frame itself. Even the edges, make sure that's all good. We'll grab our other panel. It's quite nice getting to this point of the airplane because you know it's getting close to being done. You can see there's a whole lot of thing where I accidentally folded it, so I'm gonna make sure that that isn't an area that will get cut mostly away. I'm not too concerned about it showing up because, like I said in the past, you get a little bit of a wrinkle like that or a crease from it. As long as it has the backing on it when you do it, you can quite easily work that out. Let's go forward. There we go. And this is where you'll see just how nice of or how easy this is to do on all of the canopy frame openings, because you can literally just go right down it and all the wrinkles show up in the areas that are going to get cut away. So you can kind of see this was actually the harder one of the three, which is kind of surprising, but not. So you can see here I've got the vinyl laid down onto the canopy frame fairly well, as on the other side we've got a lot of wrinkles here, but you can see here we've got this one wrinkle that's right on the canopy frame. So what you kind of have to do is you kind of have to intentionally put a wrinkle or a crease into the vinyl in places where you don't mind the wrinkle or the crease being. It's amazing how you do one part and it works out awesome, and then you come back to do the other side exactly like you just did the other one, and it doesn't want to work at all. So here we're going to stretch it. I'm going to try to stretch it in two different ways. There and there. And then with this, use the hard card to pull it in. There we go. One of the privileges of working in big airplanes, you can get your hand into places. Then I'm going to use the hard edge of the hard card here to force the wrinkles that we couldn't get out back into the area that will be cut out completely for the clear cockpit. Alright folks, there you have it. That is one semi-metalized B29. The last things that have to be done for this metalizing, I'm calling it, is I got to do the nacelles. The nacelles are not really, the shape is better than what they have been in my opinion, but they are, you know what, clean up some of this trash. Alright, so the nacelle shape is better, but they're not really scale. The reason for that is the wing's just not thick enough, and with the lack of dihedral, like ideally this nacelle top should be pretty much flush with the top surface of the wing, but because the wing's not thick enough, it's not, and the dihedral and everything, it's off. So like you can see, I've got some of the panel lines drawn, how these are parallel, and then they just basically swoop off really quickly. Ideally these should come straight back, so I got to kind of redo some panel line drawing on the nacelles, but I'm not too worried about that. What I'm worried about doing, because the cowl flaps really are going to be way up here, not back here, because the nacelles are too short. Ideally the nacelle should be like another 6 inches longer, but all that's in the cowl. So to make it look better, I'm going to move the cowl flaps from originally being in this area to up where they should be scale wise, which will still have them pretty much in line with the cylinder, so they'll still be good for cooling, and that will continue a lot of these panels onto the cowl portion of the model cowl, but even though it should be nacelles. But we'll get to that later. Right now, the leading edge of the wings, I got to do the outboard wings, both the leading edge and the trailing edge, so I got to go grab those out of the trailer so we can get that done. And essentially the fuselage now is more or less done, minus painting the belly. So without doing the nacelles, I can bring up the black paint a little higher than it should be, can smooth that in. Then when I do the metalizing, I can come back in here later with a touch-up gun, and I can do the little squigglies around on the nacelles and the cowls as well. So all that's easier to do during the winter time inside the shop without having to deal with the fumes too much, compared to the whole airplane and the belly really needs to be outside so I can do the belly. So anyway, that's it for this video. Y'all have a good one.